the members of Case Study Group 3, which is dealing all with ethical decisions in the workplace. Our case study is titled, Your Star Salesperson Lied, Should They Get a Second Chance? So in this video, I'm going to give y'all an overview of this case study. So in this case, we're introduced to 4 members of this company called Novasib. And the first member of the group that we're introduced to is Siddhant, and he is the CEO of Novasib, which is one of the largest pharmaceutical marketing firms in Western India. And in this study, he receives an email from Sharada, who is the regional sales manager in the Mumbai office, about an ethical breach. So the two quickly get on the phone, and Sharada explains that Uday may have falsified some of his sales reports. And Siddhant is surprised. Uday is one of the company's top salespeople and routinely exceeds his target by like 10 to 20%. He's also a fair and generous colleague, so this is way out of the box for him. The case study then goes on to explain that Siddhant took the helm of Novasib 5 years ago, and the old CEO gave him a mandate: grow the company by 40% and ensure that Novasib remains the market leader. And Siddhant had to achieve that success. And he believed that was by Novasib's new ethical position, which was marketing the company as the ethical pharmaceutical company, along with their new slogan, Health with Integrity. Siddhant was a strong believer in behaving ethically, and Sarada was correct in her assumption that he would be concerned in something like this. The case study then goes back to the pair's conversation on the phone, where Sharada recounted what she discovered the evening before. Uday texted Sharada when she was leaving the office, saying, "Baby's still sick, need to give the wife a reprieve. I'll make up the visits next week." And she completely understood. Sharada then decided to stay at the office and look over Uday's sales calls. One day stood out, June 21st, because that was the day that Argentina lost to Croatia in the World Cup. She remembers that date because her team had lost, and she had watched the game alone. She had spoken to Uday the day of the game, and he had said that he was going to watch it. Yet, in his daily sales report, he had listed the name of 3 doctors that he had supposedly saw that day. Sarada then proceeded to text him about that daily report and said, "Sorry to bother you with the baby sick. Can you resend your activity report for the week of June 18th? He resent the same information. So she texted him back and said, "Are you sure this is right?" And he replied with a thumbs up emoji. She said that she normally gives you the benefit of the doubt, but looked up his activity on Twitter for June 21st, and he had clearly been watching the game at home. Then she tried one of the doctors on Uday's report, and he had also been watching the game. The next day, Siddhant is with Bhavna, Novasib's HR director. They dialed Sharada on the phone. Siddhant began by telling the 2 women that last night he confirmed with another doctor listed on the report that Uday just couldn't have met with that day. Bhavna then spoke and said that Sharada and herself had a conference call with Uday yesterday after the Sharada and Siddhant spoke, and they asked him about the report. Uday said that he had met with the doctor that he had listed, just not on that date. Bhavna said that they should let him go. Sharada said that this was definitely out of character for Uday, and he should have told someone that he was struggling, but she feels strongly about issuing a warning. The 2 go back and forth about making their cases about what to do with Uday. Bhavna said this is a serious ethical breach, and that they have to consider the broader impact of merely giving him a slap on the wrist, and to remember that their slogan isn't health with occasional integrity. Sharada says, "How would we look to the rest of our colleagues when we sack their beloved colleague with a newborn at home? And to remember how strong a performer Uday is. Remember, he exceeds his targets by 10 to 20% consistently." Siddhant is left weighing his options. That afternoon, Uday comes into Siddhant's office. Siddhant wanted to talk to Uday himself before making a decision. Uday repeated what he'd told to Sharada, that he had met with those doctors just on different days. He said that he shouldn't have falsified those reports and that he made a huge mistake and he apologized. He said he was feeling the pressure with a new baby and he didn't want to disappoint anyone. Sadat hated to hear Uday so dejected, but he also felt really betrayed. Uday said that he understood if Sadat had to make an example out of him, but don't people deserve a second chance? But what do you think? Do you think Uday deserves a second chance? Or do you think he should be fired?